And we should be in 1 Corinthians 12:2. That says, this is a reference scripture from 1 Thessalonians. So it says, you know that you were Gentiles carried away to these dumb idols, however you were led. So to these mute idols, however you were led. Okay. And so now this gives us a reference scripture to Ephesians 2:11 that says, therefore remember that you once Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by what is called the circumcision made in the flesh by hands. All right. And then so it also sends us to Psalm 115:5. That says, they have mouths, but they do not speak. Eyes they have, but they do not see. All right. And so now going back to Psalm 42, looking at the B part of 2, when shall I come and appear before God? And we talked about that in the last segment, when we're dying of thirst, and our body, our soul, our flesh is crying out for him. 3, my tears have been my food day and night. So it says, my tears have been my food day and night. And it sends us to Psalm 85. Not 85, but Psalm 80, line 5. That says, you have fed them with the bread of tears and given them tears to drink in great measure. All right. All right. And usually this happens whenever we're disobedient to God. All right. And we have to go through that consequence. 102:9, Psalm 102:9 is a reference scripture that says, for I have eaten ashes like bread and mingled my drink with weeping. All right, and so those are, I have eaten ashes like bread and mingled my drink with weeping. Imagery, wonderful imagery. All right, so my tears have been my food day and night. So that's all he has been eating and drinking, are his tears. And then it says, while they continually say to me, where is your God? And so it gives us reference scriptures to Psalm 79:10. Psalm 79, line 10. That says, why should the nations say, where is their God? Let there be known among the nations in our sight that the avenging of the blood of your servants which he has shed. Let me read that again. Why should the nations say, where is their God? Let there be known among the nations in our sight the avenging of the blood of your servants which has been shed. All right. And then so it also sends us to Psalm 115:2. Psalm 115:2. That says, why should the Gentiles say, where now is their God? All right. So, and people are going to question the Christians whenever we are facing trials and tribulations. We're going through these rough and dry patches in our lives. And because people, say, well, man, they're Christian and whatever, and they're doing all that suffering. I want to serve a God and I have to suffer. Well, I mean, you know what? I love God. I truly love God, because God is a God of his word. And he said the very things that was going to happen to us happening. He said that if in the day you eat of that tree of good and evil, you're going to die. Now, Satan added some, some deception and stuff in there with that, and caused Adam and Eve to disobey God. And because of that disobedience, we have to face it. We're going to have to go through it. No matter what, we're going to have to go through it. I don't care who you are, where you come from, who your people. If you're born with a silver spoon, a gold spoon, a bronze spoon, a wooden spoon, a plastic spoon. It doesn't matter what kind of spoon you were born in. We're going to go through something. And you know what? And people, is going to question, where is your God? Well, you know what? He's where he always been, on his throne. He's where he's always been, living on the inside of us. He never changed. He never went anywhere. And he's with us even in the midst of our situations and our circumstances. He's right here with us. All right. He said he will never leave us nor forsake us. So we're going to pause here, and then we're going to pick it up in line 4.